My mom told me she loved my other sister more, and I'm completely heartbroken. I'm 15 years old, was kicked out of my house on March 27th because my older sister Anne, who's 29 years old, and I got into a physical fight. And for some context, my mom has terminal breast cancer. She's been sick since I was 10, and I know the cancer started in her breast, but over the years, it spread out, and I hadn't been informed on where or how. And my mom's health had been getting worse and worse, and they started talking about a stage 4, which my biology teacher explained to me is basically the terminal one. Since mom started getting worse about 4 months ago, my sister started saying things like, when mom dies, she wants to give me her share of the inheritance until I mature, because according to her, my first partner could take away the house. She wants to manage my orphan pension when my mom dies and only give me a little bit of money each month. According to her, buy me a car when I'm older. It also seems like mom's death excited her. I don't know if that sounds good or bad, but knowing my sister, her proposals can only scare me. So on the Sunday before the day I left, mom woke up feeling so bad she felt like she was gonna die. She called us to say goodbye. My sister said something like, I forgive you. I don't know why, if my mom should be the one to forgive Anne for something or whatever. Since Anne had been always horrible to mom, I got mad at Anne. But I didn't say anything to her. I just told mom that I wasn't going to say goodbye to her because she wasn't dying that day. And I went to my room to go do my homework, and Anne followed me to try to force me to say goodbye to mom. I told her go to hell. And the next day when Anne came to pick me up from school, she was still angry with me and insulted me, saying that mom would die sad and worried because I was so stupid and ugly, insinuating that I was probably leaving school on time because I was doing inappropriate things with my boyfriend. The dismissal time is 1 o'clock. I leave the building at 1:05. I replied that if she did those things at my age, it was okay, but that didn't mean I had to do them too. That's when she started hitting me. Before we got home, I pulled her hair too, and she kicked me out of mom's house, where she also lives. In March, after we got in the fight, she hasn't let me come back unless I apologize. So I've been visiting mom secretly when Anne isn't there. Now I'm living with my dad, and I miss my mom a lot. She's alone with that monster that is Anne, and I can't protect her. Mom also wants me to come back and encourages me to apologize to Anne. I desperately wish to go back, but I feel like if I apologize, it'd be admitting that Anne is right and that I was wrong, and we'd go back to that controlling dynamic that existed before, and I'll continue to be abused by Anne. A few days ago, I was at home with my mom, and she brought up the topic again. I told her that I couldn't do that for reasons I explained earlier, that she should help me, that I understand if she was sick, but she was also my mom, and I needed her to take care of me. Mom told me that I needed to understand she loved her more because she had loved her for more years. I don't know how to explain that. Although I had been able to notice it over the years, the fact that my mom said it out loud broke my heart. I cried loudly like a little girl having a tantrum. I locked myself in what used to be my room and called my dad. Even though it wasn't for him to pick me up, dad came for me. Now I feel terrible. I love and miss mom. I want to see her, hug her, and have her tell me a story and prepare food for her. But I also hate her. I hate her because since she gave birth to me, apparently I was at a disadvantage with the monster daughter for having something I couldn't control. I miss her. I love her. I hate her, and I hate myself for hating her.